Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to FSP Racing. Season 43 of the Winston Cup Series on Friday night. Milty needs a beer. And you know, when Milt needs a beer, he needs a beer. He took off to go get one. He'll be back. But welcome to a new season. We're at Atlanta, 1997. The original oval configuration here. And on the grid, we have Dave Jandry in the number 51 car, the Jolt Cola machine. Jason Dulfer, Jam & J, keeps getting on the front row all week long. There he is again. Up front, Mark DeSenza. Slim Jim Gately's got some new paint this season. Starting on the outside of row 2 there. We got our series sponsor once again covering this series. Farmer Brothers Contracting, Bill Farmer, putting up the hardware these guys are racing for. He is on the grid tonight, starting near the rear there, 15th spot for Bill Farmer. There's Milty. Some new colors as well for the 57 of Mr. Bob there. Mr. Bob Williams in the Synergy Motorsports entry there.
How you feeling, Bob? Itching. What the heck was
And how you
that?
doing, Milty?
There's Doris Gailey. What's up, bro?
Hey, Doris cheering on Slim. Let's see if is Slim out there getting some practice laps. We can show off that shiny new paint. Not just yet. I got him painted up Lumina to look just like the Slim Jim colors that Bobby Labonte and David Green were using there in the 90s. Hoping some new paint, get some new luck for the
There's my boy
champion.
Brad Otto right there. You know, he lives in Fresno where I do. And I tiled him and his wife Karen's flash in their kitchen. And that was cool as heck, you know. He was kind of my helper, you know, and well, he was my helper, you know. And then we drank some beers after and called it a night.
Sounds about right. And you can see practicing pitting here, always important at this big, fast, Speedway-esque track. Especially as we run it here in the Cup Physics.
Tonight. Can you see it? That's a Wolfpack team hat right there. And that was given to me by one and only Brad Otto. So we're pulling for the Wolfies tonight, man.
Action Jackson, Tom Jackson getting some pit practice in there too. And he, slideways. I think he saved it though. Yep. Down to 45, stall to stall here at Atlanta, although you do have to contend with that wall to the outside.
Yeah, I got my Kobe Bryant Lakers jersey in there. I don't know if you watched that winning time. That's some fun stuff, bro. But anyway.
Rick Castle back in Milty's favorite car. Still got the Budweiser colors for the 124. I miss those frogs. Those are fun cars.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those frogs are well trained, weren't they?
There he is.
Isn't that amazing?
Jones.
They got to do that. And check it out. We got a Guy Petra sighting.
Yeah,
did you see the size of that chicken?
That's who said that. I was always wondering who said that.
Yep, he's got a soundboard. Plays that off.
He was trying to get lined up for this race, and looks like he is in and running. So,
a soundboard. How much is that worth?
Just like a little. You can just hit a button and sends the sound over. I could set my stream deck up to do the same thing.
To your car.
Okay. I like that. You see Brad Otto right by the Wolfpack deal. He did a burnout, like saying, "I'm going to win this stinking race here." So we'll see.
Well, we got to get around to our jinxing. And, you know, actually, the exempt driver, the one I chose. I offered once again someone could answer a trivia question or a guess about something from me, and it was this was what car I got the seat for my new sim rig from, and he correctly surmised that it was a PT Cruiser. But Shane Wisman is not in the field, so he's not even using his Jinx exemption tonight.
One Jinx credit gone.
I know.
Well, my dumb butt probably wouldn't have known, except that you told me.
Yeah, I told you.
You're
You're not racing anyway, so you can count for that. All right, so we got to make a pick of whose dreams we're going to squash here by picking them.
Okay, I'll go first. I'm going with the 9 of Ken Hansen.
The beer can. All right, it's not your brand, but you're going with it.
And he's in a good spot where he likes to start, survey the situation, stay in that top pack, and then make good pit stops and have good tire wear.
I tell you, there's some hot shoes out there with notable exceptions missing. There's no Matt Watkins, and there's no defending champion Ken Shea.
And no Rick Johnson. Either.
And no Rick Johnson. So that leaves this race wide open to any of these
has a chance for first tonight.
top contenders here.
I like the 23 paint you made there. That's like old school number stuff right there.
There you go. Yeah, just like it looked as close as I could get the number.
The real thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's Slim Jim in the David Green, Bobby Labonte colors. But I'm going to put the Voodoo on the 3 car there. Mark de Rocket DeSenza coming off the truck win last night.
I'm a Voodoo child.
Yeah, well, I think he has a slight return to victory lane tonight in the Wrangler Jeans machine. As we got the pace car off, green flag about to wave on season 43 here at FSB.
Buddy, let's go racing, boys! The Punisher up top there. Lest we forget, we haven't talked about Jammin' Jay. Of course, it's the first race of the season, and we just got in here,
I was talking before how he just keeps qualifying on the front row all week long here. And yet again, there's that 63.
The outside is not good right now, though.
No, the outside's a place to be. Watch how he holds some momentum off the corner. Problem is he's not getting the help he needs. Yeah, see everybody tucked under him.
Staying real clean, good spacing. The 51 of Dave Jandry dropped back instantly. Oh, no, excuse me. That's the 57 of Bob Williams. My bad.
Correct. Mellow Yellow Machine.
Oh,
Cole Trickle.
Cole, 8 tires are better than 4. You understand me?
Oh. Yeah, it works in the movies.
This is in the front. Here comes Slim Jim behind. You don't want to be it, but here comes Jandry with a great run, like you said. He tries to cross over, but can't get it done. And it's early right now. These guys are really racy. Hale on his game there too. They want to put on a show tonight.
Yeah, those checkered flag guys looking to get hooked up early. Hale likes the fast tracks like this. And he doesn't want to hang around in 5th. He wants to get up front, get up there with his team. This track's really hard to pass on. I was talking about it before with Sam, how it ran for me on Tuesday night in the chicken run. Like, I can hang here. I just can't get anything going. I can never get the car going forward. Jim Ray checking in the chat, cheering for the 52. Hate to break it to you, bud, but he's not here. Dave's not here, man. Oh, wait, no, Dave is here, but Rick isn't. Clean start, always good to see here. The track's going to be kind of scary on cold tires. We've settled out to single file running here.
Well, we've seen DeSenza kind of right there with Slim, but Slim was the only guy that had a chance at Ken Shea last year. And, but DeSenza, he's a streaky guy, and, maybe he's going to be streaking tonight.
Tell him you said that.
That streak? Wasn't there a disco song back in the day?
It was a novelty song. It was Ray Stevens. The Streak.
Wow, I thought those brain cells were dead.
Have another beer.
Might pop up in my head. Jandry, right back there. I like that And if I was him, I would feel, good about that. I don't want to lead right now, maybe a little bit, but these guys are going to have to figure out, I mean, these guys are pros, and there's a pretty good possibility it's going to go green,
Yeah, we went green all the way on Tuesday in the chicken run. These three are just hooked up and moving away. Meanwhile, you got Jeff Hale making some moves here. Looks to get around Jammin' Jay. He wants 4th place. Jay's got the help down the straightaway. That's the issue with trying to build momentum here. You can get under him coming off the corner easily, build the run there, but you can't maintain it without the draft help down the straightaways. And if you're not careful, you can turn a run into getting freight trained. Meanwhile, back of the pack here, Chris Beckman, our in-race reporter, and our series admin, Ryan Johnson, are in the thick of it here, trying to follow Rick Castle around TG Reese on the outside. Looks like
well, I had a thought here that maybe, Guy Pitra and Brad Otto would be, Brad Otto texted me tonight and told me he's looking for a top 10 here. And Guy Pitra was like, I'm trying to get going here, but guys run a lot of races in our racing lately here, but get into the sim a little bit. He's going to be, have to get his feet wet here, but I expected these two guys to be trying to get to a top 10 together. So we'll have to see how that works out. Brad, I was talking to him, tiled his splash, and he was saying, trying to work on this draft still. Better wheel now. He feels more confident that he can get better results. We talked a little bit about pit strategy and what I thought that he should do there. So we'll see if he listened to the old Budweiser drinker or not.
Meanwhile, we got ourselves a new leader here as Slim Jim Gately has moved that fresh paint to the lead. Right we got a blown motor down on the apron.
No,
is that Bob Williams?
No, it isn't. Dave Ellens is blown up. I mean, he was sliding sideways on his own oil there, and that thing's on fire, son. Get out of that.
You are correct. That is Dave Ellens. The 115 appears to be done for the day.
Because he might not be able to breathe for a while.
Yeah, that fire.
Come on, get out of there, and he does. Dave Ellens blowed up.
But yeah, back to the pit strategy thing. There is a time and a place for short pitting.
No caution.
Yeah, no caution. There is a time and a place for short pitting, but it's not every stop.
Unless you're on fire. Come on, gosh darn fire. Get in the car. Here we go, some bumper cam.
Take a look out the back of Slim Jim Gately right now as we watch his teammate Mark DeSenza continue to push and pursue him around the track.
You think you take me?
Yeah, I think I've been burned as many times as I've been helped by short pit strategies.
Well, here comes Hale, teammates.
That was coordinated.
Go on the outside with the pass.
That was coordinated.
That was badass right there.
Yeah.
He was on his A game today, boys.
No, they worked that out. You could tell. He gave him the run to the outside, and then just backed it up on the inside so that the line didn't then regain the position on Hale. Just let him drop on in there. Yeah, that's three teammates working very well together right now. And speaking of short pit, long pit strategy, this is a 1.5 mile track, so look for the standard 30 to 34 lap pit window. So we're about halfway there right now.
I picked the beer can at P7. Take a look at Bob Williams in the 57. Torrentino and Castle going at it with Ryan Johnson right behind the 007.
Yeah, Ryan Johnson's sticking a nose down the straightaways, but again, that momentum just died right off.
See how difficult this is? I mean, they were all over each other, fighting for a top 10 and trying to. They've definitely separated from P11, P12. Holding on, Beckman. And Tom Jackson behind there. Still a great run for Tom here. Tom is realistically looking at top 10 through 15s. And, he's got a chance here in P13 now with some friends behind him that want to take that away from him. They've lost the field there, Bill Farmer and Tom T.G. Reese.
We got the 51, Dave Jandry up high there. And looks like some cars hooking up to go after him here. And, Desenza wants second back, too. But the crossover.
Well, we got the blown up Dave Ellens. Dave got a copy?
Oh, man.
Hey guys, how we doing?
That was not
better
an
than
auspicious
you are.
debut for the season.
I'm still trying to get the oil off my visor.
Man, I wonder who was behind you, how their windshield looks.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Luckily, I was right at pit road, managed to get it down before I got in anybody's way.
That was a great job, sideways.
Yeah, really, we were
sliding on
surprised.
your own oil. What the heck was NASCAR thinking?
They're must got low
going
enough.
off the
So.
track.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. I was just even being nice and easy, and it just went up. Some of the guys are complaining about high oil temperature, so maybe that was it.
I don't know, it's the same setup, same track we've been running for a long time. And I don't think we've ever had that problem, really. But, random failures are just a part of it. And sometimes...
It's not an ECR motor in there.
Sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield when it comes to that,
I was definitely the bug tonight.
Tough break there, Dave.
Yeah, well, nowhere to go but up from here, so we'll try it again next week.
That's the way to be.
Well, you're running competitive, and that's you always take away when you don't DNF a race. What did I do before that happened? And so,
Oh yeah, and I was happy. The car was so fast. I was just sitting back there biding my time. So
I think Jeff Hale wants second again. They're hanging the rocket up high. So I guess the more important question now becomes, what's for dinner, Dave?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make some hot dogs tonight. So
just hot dogs.
Yeah. Yep. So watch the broadcast. You guys have fun, and we'll talk to everybody next week.
All right, take care, Dave. Oh, Drockett is falling back quickly here as he's freight trained and falling. Looks like he's actually getting out of it and trying to drop back in the pack. I don't know if he got loose or what. But Senza, the 3-car, losing a ton of spots here.
There we go. We got the fan jumping in now here for Jam and Jay. 3 go.
And there he is, sitting in 3rd spot. Got around Dave Jandry a couple laps ago while we were talking to Dave. The other Dave, that is. These are the Daves I know. Ken Hansen moving forward here, getting a look on Bob Williams, still trying to deal with DJ Sorrentino in the 86.
Moreira watching from Brazil, welcome. We've had several Brazilian teammates throughout the years at FSB, and they're always great drivers. A lot of fun.
Brazil is definitely a motorsport nation. Lots of great drivers from there. Lots of great fans. So we're happy to have you along, you.
Well,
I am,
you
of course,
know,
partial
okay,
to.
when do we got a pit here, a race driver? You know,
I told you it's a mile and a half. It's going to be about 30 or 36 lap, and so we're about 10 laps away, 10 laps away.
oh, that sounds like a Beastie Boys song or something. Because I
What's
told
that?
you.
Or Larry Mack, I told you.
The Treans.
Woo! And man, Ken Hansen,
Wow, look at this
he
guy.
wants to make some stuff
Wow.
happen up high.
You know, dudes ain't getting in the way here. 3 wide.
All his
For a
racing's
second
given Slim substantial
Whoa.
lead for the moment.
Got cut off there a little bit. I don't know if you're gonna like that.
It's getting dicey.
Intentional.
It's getting a little dicey for my tastes when you're so close to a pit window.
Absolutely.
Although the guys who've
like
been pushing
you said,
it,
that
the
outside line's working well. You know,
the guys
real
who've
well.
the guys who have been pushing it too hard are probably finding that their tires have gone. Oh no! Then we got a wreck. The 86 and the 57.
The 57 is around. I don't know if he got some help.
Yeah, I think he got. Yeah.
I don't know if the 86. I think the 86 might be an innocent bystander.
No,
There.
I think there was a little bit of help there, but let's go check the videotape. That takes care of that first pit window.
Yeah, we had 5 laps to go, 4 laps.
That's what I was projecting.
Yeah, showing 5 still, but yep.
So here we have it. The 57 and 86 go in there into turn 1 and 2, and oh, I see a little.
Okay, so
yep.
you know that
Little check up there.
Okay, so the 29 checked up a little bit. The 57 had to check up, and the 86 had nowhere to go. That was definitely a racing incident right there. You guys are running clean as heck.
Watch on board Bob's view here, and yep, check up.
Run, the 51 got a little bit loose. That's all it took, and it was bam, bam. That's how close these guys are racing, folks, and how good they are, and how quickly it can happen to you.
That's also why I was saying I thought that was just a little dicey for being so close to the pit window.
Well, exactly. I would have probably liked to have been the last guy in that front pack. I'm saying I got the draft. I'm here, and these guys are racing really hard.
When you're that close to pit time, when you're that close to pit time, you just want to get to the bottom.
Here comes the 23. It's
get a nice
Jim
clean
Gately
spot.
qualified third, nice into his stall. Right side tires for the 23. Left side tires. This is smooth as silk. Get some. Get out there. Oh,
they got to get around.
63, and I think the 23 gets the spot. Great job by these guys. The 63 had to go around the car and then punch it, and then he got off it a little bit. Those little subtle things, dude. That's the thing about this 20. How old is this dang game?
19 years.
The pit road stuff. You don't have that in these other sims, man. They have other stuff, but
you got to drive through cars. That's not action.
Special, man.
Yeah, iRacing, you drive through cars. That's not realistic.
You got,
but it is less frustrating.
I love iRacing, and I race there a lot, but I love this game too, man. You know, and this stuff is realistic. You see that little? I'd love to see a replay of that again. Just that pit road exchange was so. As a former driver, you know that is impressive. Because you can only see so much, and you got spotter, but it's not like, you know, in real life where you have a spotter like spotting you out of the pits. You know, spotter in the game, in sim, Here
Well,
we
here's your pit sequence. And you watch. Yeah, Jay had to get around Dave Jandry, who's there on the pole. And Slim
Whoa,
fishtailed
look
it
at
too.
that.
Wow.
Look how they deal with that and spinning the tires at the same time.
Yeah,
That's
this first
badass,
gear.
bro.
Yeah, this first gear is really easy to spin the tires
Radar.
in.
As you know, multiple champion, I know how hard that is, you know. And I'm
All
not,
right.
I would, you know, man, you know, skill level these days, it's just like any other sport. Basketball compared to like old guys like me, these guys are so much better.
Now, can we make it on 2 stops from here?
Showing 34 laps. That's down to 30 each run, so no. 30,
I
60,
got 100.
90.
You're gonna have 100 laps to go now.
The only
just
way
need
you
to
could
do-
do that is to clutch, and then you would lose the draft and go way back and have to hope the whole thing stayed green. It's not realistic.
233s and a 34. I think it could be done while holding on to the draft. But that's a big if we can go green all that way. There's definitely some clutching going on here under caution. You can hear and see Slim Jim there in the 23 clutch.
The 63 is really strong here. Last year we saw the 23 just biting on the heels of the 91 Ken Shea, and just not, you know, right there. Let's see what the 63 can do with the Master here.
Jeff Hale losing some spots and all
And
that
the
too.
thing
He's back
is,
to foot.
it wasn't like Slim Jim couldn't beat the 91. He couldn't get the qualifying speed to get out front. If he was in front against the 91, it would have been different.
Alright, green flag back in the air. Slim Jim leads us back at lap 34 of 132.
I followed this guy. One of the funnest races I ever had was, I can't remember the track, in trucks. And, you know, I was always prone to making mistakes, but it was one race that I did it perfect, and I was right there, and I never got there.
MJ wants to lead.
What's Slim gonna do here?
He's got the nose in there.
Got
Matter
the
of who
run
gets the
on
help.
the outside and powers over. Gonna defend? No, he's kind of midline this time. The outside in there, you see the craftsmanship of the 23. You're driving, and you also have to look in the mirror. It's not easy at 160, 70 miles an hour.
Look who's in the thick of it here. Our in-race reporter and my teammate Dan Jones has moved himself up to the 6th spot there in the 007.
Whoa!
They really wants that lead. Oh, car's pushing up the hill there. Dave Jandry had to get out of the way of Jeff Hale, who got tight on the bottom.
Looks like a really good track for golfer, and the thing is, you see so much. It's about how you qualify and get close to have a chance. And it changes, you know, how you race. You know. Big gaggle in the back with Williams. Gosh darn it. Guy Pitra 28 of Michael Morgan. DJ Sorrentino.
A couple of those cars are damaged, of course. You know, Bob Williams having been in that wreck. 86 of DJ Sorrentino.
Good run for the STP, the Racers Edge. Look at that badass car of Donald Ritchie. You know, second year, right?
Yep.
For this dude, and hanging in there and learning to run against some of the best in the world. In NASCAR
Well, Jam and Jay.
2003.
Jam and Jay to the lead, 63 car. New leader.
New leader.
Some bonus points for Jay.
Pops Marguson taking a look at the 59. What can we say about the venerable one? Pops, I love you, man.
Everybody loves
Around
Pops.
since dirt was dirt. Before it was dirt, it was volcanic ash. He just, I don't know, he just fights through stuff. Inspiration. Good run for Bill Farmer in the top 10 there. We haven't seen his son Will in a long time. He's doing at least on Friday nights.
I saw him on NASCAR's stream on YouTube. He was out there doing that collegiate scholarship race on iRacing there. It was official NASCAR thing. The NASCAR YouTube channel live streamed it.
Well, you know, I expect nothing less from the young, talented.
Yeah, he acquitted himself pretty well. I think he ran mid-pack, and it was a full field. Some seriously fast young racers out there that night. That looked like a real intimidating
I
field.
run these 24-hour races in iRacing in pretty good splits, and our team does. And these guys are real.
Yeah, there's a bunch of college kids racing
man,
at
dude, I just
Charlotte.
raced against Tony Kanaan. I pick Hansen and P8, they're kind of mired back a little bit.
Biding his time.
I
He's still
think
good.
so.
He knows Atlanta. This track, you got to be there at the end. You can't damage the right side of your car and expect to have a good night. So
He's got
being
studs all
patient.
around him. So yeah, that's a smart pull. I expect that he could be a good competitor for the championship.
Of course, running those Coors colors, the Bill Elliott colors. Bill Elliott's home track, home crowd here in Atlanta, and the site of that tremendous 1992, which should be 30 years now, championship battle with Alan Kowicki and Davey Allison and Bill Elliott coming in as the top three with Mark Martin and Harry Gant and Kyle Petty. I think we're all still mathematically still in it. It was, 6 drivers coming in could win it. It was the King's last race. It was Richard Petty's last race. It was Jeff Gordon's first race in that historic battle, just almost 30 years ago now at this track, this configuration.
Wow, that's badass.
I'll never forget that date, November 15th, 1992.
Comes January looking at the 124. Can't get it done. They're packed tight. You know, like water bottles in a water bottle holder. You know?
That was a stretch, Milty, even for you.
Well, they're pretty, when you're trying to, at 4 in the morning, when you're trying to go to work and you're trying to get those water bottles out and they're all plasticed in, it's pretty hard.
I got you.
Give me that thing. Nose to tail. Whoa, but at 23 gets sideways there.
He hangs on.
The mustard was off the hot dog right there.
Well, Hale wants the lead.
This is good racing, folks. times off of last lap for Gately. Of course, he got sideways there. Let's look at the leader. Is so we're about 6 to 7 tenths off what we ran our best laps. Oh, but Dolfer with a 31.125. Way off, so yeah, definitely tire degradation is starting to come in here and battling.
I'm going to step aside for a minute and I'll be right back.
So, you know, of course, we have to think about the next pit stop, which I paid no attention to. You know, I got a pen over here and a piece of paper. I should write this stuff down, you know. It's very unprofessional. Jeff Hale, dude, when you raced against this guy, which I did, and you had him behind you, it was a scary thing because this guy is coming.
Showing 15.
15 laps here. That'll get us to 66. So you're definitely going to have to pit again. So I'm wanting to go as far as I can. Green flag, smells like green flag. Here it comes. Slim Jim Gately. How these guys are working each other. You're definitely seeing these guys getting the leader loose and dogging him with a little bit of draft. And the 124 of Rick Castle up there. You know, great finishes, great career here at FSB, a short one. And, you know, maybe it could be his year for a championship. You know, a guy we haven't seen in a long time. I don't know what his status is. Steve Weber, you know, he won a championship here and never won a race. Solid finishes. Whoa, the 29 gets so close to the 124, and it takes the air off the nose of the 129, and he loses 3 spots and slides back in for the Belfort. This is a reoccurring thing here, which is great stuff because it's great racing. Packed in there. What's a beer can gonna do here? Like John was saying, just chilling. Still not even halfway here, so that's a good strategy there, but they're losing a little bit of time to the leaders here now. Dolfer seems to be a little tight in the 63, and now they're dogging him. What do they want to do here? You want to just kind of get back in line and try to get caught up before you lose the draft here, or you want to battle for position? 29 from P1 back to 5th. 007 moving up there. These guys are, you know, they're smart. So they're starting to see the trends here, as Larry Mack would say. Trends are, we're seeing the washing machine right here. People get recycled, so and that's okay because first of all, we get recycled, but not this time because you these things happen in these races. All of a sudden, they're seeing a 5-car pull away here.
Yeah, I stepped away to grab a soda for me and
And
Shannon.
they're not
How'd
messing
that
around.
happen?
They're just racing. And that tends to happen there.
Like, were they going at it too hard, or did someone get sideways and check
That's
up?
what it
Well,
looks like, you know.
I'm gonna have to go back and find that as Slim Jim
The
continues to lead.
63 got, you know, kind of backed him up a little bit. And
David Silva checking in, cheering for Mark DeRocket Descenza. Meanwhile, Rick Castle, the other beer can, up to second. Where did he come from? Man, I missed a lot while I was getting some ice and soda here. Let me see what split this field here. Let me rewind the tape. It looks like it was just the battle between Jam and Jay and Dan Jones. Just they fought just long enough to get that little separation going there.
you know, my bro, JF Godin, my teammate, the Canadian, paints our cars at Donkey Bob for
nice.
racing, and he's a badass. Watching him and Jim run Nürburgring 4-hour a week ago, wow, crazy.
Fellow painter, all right.
We crashed, you know, but
Yeah, so there it was. It was
32 corners. You know?
Yeah, that place is. Well, they call it the Green Hell, don't they?
And they don't lie them out. I mean, they're running competitive laps, but you know that's the way it goes. That's racing.
Yeah, so there it was, just that little fight for the spot between the 63 and the 007. You can see the gap was starting to grow already, and it looks like by the time Dan got around Jay, the two packs had just separated for good.
Well, it's good to see, you know, my teammates and understanding the lineage of our Irish.
And we got cars on pit road.
Oh, we got the 63 Jam and Jay down pit road. The Punisher.
23. Slim
we
Jim
go.
to pit
They're
road.
boxing now here. Boxing ain't easy. Bob Williams.
All along with the professor here.
You know, we got to get some in-car of these pit stops too at some point. But
Let's see. Okay, Rick House is coming in this
let's
time.
like to roll in and see what your pit stop is like. What it's like trying to stop here and hear their downshift. Find somebody.
All right,
that's
we're on
about to
board.
pit here.
The Rocket Descenza. He's got to be one of the next cars coming in. Mark Descenza,
Okay, so-
number 3. Rango Jeans
Here-
machine.
Here we go. As the Budweiser car pits. It looks like it's going to stop here. You look at a marker on the side right there, like that
Yeah, I looked
sign.
to the wall.
You get it down sideways a little bit down. Got to get to 45 miles an hour, I believe. Sky
Yeah, not-
pits are along your side. You got to think, where's my pit stall compared to him? Okay, he's behind me. You can see the pit stall signs, the numbers. 151 behind me. We're good. Watch what this guy does in front of you. Here he comes. Hit my stall. Got to get in right lined up. Beautiful job by the veteran. Right side tires up. Come on, come on, come on. He's sitting here revving the motor. Left side tires up. Take. Come on, come on. You can pretty much, from his starting position, smoke him right here and go to the line here, but you got to be 45. These things, you got 800 horsepower. Now coming out of the pit road here, it's just very, you see the banking there and that little tar mark in the middle. You want to make sure you don't want to get past that line until you get right there. Great job. That's what it's like for a pro pit stop right there, folks.
And that was an excellent stop, but you see how much ground he
And there,
lost
people
by
are
being
all over
the
him
last one in.
like a cheap shirt.
Yeah, that's what he lost by being the last of that lead group to pit. We'll see where it sorts out, but Slim Jim appears to have gained a huge lead.
It's coming down from 160 down to 45 miles an hour, folks.
Yep, on old tires.
You guys are pretty good. I'm just gonna go out on a stretch here. Rick Castle, Weiser.
Yeah, he's currently second there. Jammin' Jay gained a bunch of spots by being the first one to pit road there.
Well, we've seen that last week and the week before in all different kinds of racing because I watch everything that moves that's on TV. Obviously, yeah.
Yep.
I would like to say something personally real quick, and my dad was nominated for the Motorsports Hall of Fame, and he didn't make it this year. So
Okay.
but next year we'll see. Only 9 people make it, and they're all great history drivers. So we'll hope next year that he makes it. If not, just to be nominated is
It really
unbelievable
is. When you think about it, how many great drivers in all disciplines of sport have come and gone through
And
all
the
the ranks through
Motorsports
the
Hall of
years.
Fame is not just racing, cars. It's motorcycles, boats,
Exactly.
everything you imagine. So
Plus, it's not just drivers too. It's gonna probably got some
I'm just so proud.
pioneers
that
and
he was
engineers.
his 50-year career was. So anyway, we got to race. Just wanted to say that.
Oh yeah. Well, you see, Slim Jim jumped out to that 3-second plus lead, but he is all by his lonesome, and that second pack is just running him down. So basically, if I'm Slim Jim in that scenario, I know you're gonna get caught. He knows he's gonna get caught. There is no way he's running that car as fast as it'll go. He's saving what he can because he doesn't have to use anything to keep up with anyone. And he has no delusions of holding on to that lead. So he can save some tire and be ready for when these guys catch him in another lap or
Yeah, and maybe he could try to pull the undercut this time or the overcut. I think that those guys are working to get to him.
two. Yeah, they're using their stuff to get him. Meanwhile, he
You
can
gotta pit
save.
one more time. So
Yep.
and then we'll see how the math works out there.
Let me check again what lap he was in on.
I keep saying I'm gonna write this stuff down and every week I don't. I'm tired. I work for a living, but so do the rest of these people, and they show up and race.
It was 63 into 64.
Slim Jim's just sitting on a sack of seeds right now. Y'all, I'm in position here, and thing is, saving tires and losing time. All that means is that he executed better, and he's been saving tires. As soon as they get to him, that he gets the draft.
You see that yellow?
Catbird seat, bro.
You see that yellow and blue speck to the far right of the screen as these guys come around the corner? That is Mark DeCenza. Doesn't look like he's going to quite catch this group before it gets big again. As it turns into a group of 5. So yeah, that time lost.
That's thinking crazy because we watched. That's a pro. That's as good as you can do a stop.
Yeah, but that time he spent on the track, that time he spent on the track all by himself on old tires.
He was losing time.
Rick Castle wants that lead back.
I mean, you're seeing now Gately getting past your well, not yet. Side by side.
Yeah, they're gonna get in
Last
here into
lap,
3.
you know, I mean, they were in low 30s. So Castle has been putting his elbows out tonight and getting some. He has really done some work here. Spotter says he's clear, and Slim Jim Gately is wearing him like a cheap coat, but no contact. Are you kidding me, dude? You tell me how hard this is. These guys are really good. You're seeing that side draft working. You're seeing the outside working. It's not that this is a great track, and with the setups that FSP provides on this fixed setup, everybody got the same thing. You run what you run.
Now, I will say something for Mark Sins that might work in his favor, is that by being the last one into the pits, maybe he can go all the way to the end. We'll have to do a little math here, see if these guys should be able to make it. So if Slim Jim was in on lap 63 into 64 out of 132. Then you get the calculator. That's calendar, not calculator, Sean.
98. That's pushing it, man. That means you got to get 34 exactly. That's on the edge as edge can be. If you get 34, we heard Dan Jones say you can get 34 and run your tail off. That is right on the lap.
Oh no! Mark descends around in turn 2 and retired on the spot. Yellow flag in the air.
Oh my God. We just spun or missed it. Here we go.
Taking a look here. He's beside Ken Hansen. Oh, a little nudge. Side to side as they both went for that same piece of real estate.
Okay, show me again here. I missed that a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. How lower can Hansen be? Yeah. But he did come up a hair. But you can't run. The apex of that line, that's just bad timing right there. 9 didn't come up. The 3 was trying to. I think the 3 needed to back off right there, and he was beat.
Yeah, he was holding in a little too close.
Yeah, I think the 9, held his line perfectly. So down pit road. He'll see it that same way. 124, Budweiser. If I can do that better. Budweiser. Man, you got that 23 guy. That dude is scary, man. I'm telling you. He don't flinch. Like, okay, we got a battle here, son. Let's go. Castle on the 124.
Oh no!
Contact with the 63. 3 white coming out. I think the 23 beat him.
Remember, your position's decided at the line, so even as Dolfer got sideways there, if his nose crossed the line.
Much, and that kind of contact is nothing in this sim. So he's all good. Just got to get it back into gear here. And nothing to do with the other guys, just bad. This is, the thing is, where's Slim gonna go? And the 124 was looking at the wall there, thinking, I don't want to hit the wall. And And the 23 was trying. He sees the 63 coming out, so he's trying to give him room. That's
Yeah,
intense stuff
he
right there.
gave Slim a shot in the right. He was
I
so
gotta
he
get him.
was so he was
Get me
trying to
some beers for
so
this.
he was trying to drive around them, and yeah, that shot to the right side of Slim's car is what knocked him into there. Otherwise, they would have been clear. You see, Dolpher's still there.
Show or what? I mean, are you kidding me?
MJ's still there in the top 5. He's okay.
I'll be back.
At this speed, in this sim, there's no damage done to the cars when they make contact like that. That's kind of our compromise for not having the drive-through cars thing like you get in iRacing. Compromise is you don't do a lot of any damage really when you touch at that speed. Got our in-race reporters popping in here. I see Chris Beckman, Dan Jones. How's the night going for you guys?
Good.
Pretty uneventful so far.
Well, yeah, you've been playing catch-up most of the night, so you really liked seeing this caution, I'm sure.
Yeah, they caught up by that time.
Well, yeah, you guys, they weren't quite there, but they were
I had
working on it,
15
man.
laps. They pulled in 5 seconds.
Yeah, well, Slim jumped out to like that 3-second lead, but he was all by himself, so that second group was just inevitably going to catch him.
3-second lead. Wow.
Yeah, he smoked everybody on that pit sequence. And Jay gained a bunch of spots too by being the first one in. Gave up a couple there with that little kerfluffle coming out of the pits.
I think most people were pretty conservative on that pit stop just to be safe.
Yeah, because this place is scary to pit. I mean, you got greasy tires coming down through the middle of the corner. You got that pit wall looming to the outside. If you nail that thing, it's night over.
And it's a narrower pit road than it really should be for a big track like this.
It feels narrower than it actually even looks, too.
It's not a matter of if you can hit that wall.
Yeah, well, it's nothing like Dover. That thing's deadly. I've seen guys, impale themselves on that numerous times. It looks like we got the lights out on the FSB pace car. We got Chris Beckman sitting there in 4th. Dan Jones, you've moved yourself to 14th. Oh, you lost some ground there.
Yeah.
Well, you know the way
so
forward.
well.
You've been up there in the top 5 tonight already. You know the way forward. Just dig in, run your race. We got lap 85 of 132 coming up. Pace cars off. Slim Jim, Gately, Rick Castle, Jeff Hale, Chris Beckman, Jason Dulfer, your top 5. And we're back to green. Ooh, Brad Otto down on the apron there, right in front of Tom Jackson. I think we're okay, though. Yeah, no caution.
Most of the races we saw last year were caution-free or definitely caution-free towards the end. But I don't know, we got some serious battling going on here. And we'll have to see how that pans out. Somebody here, Jeff Hale going outside in. Somebody car here.
Let's hop on board Jam and Jay here in 5th spot.
+60 miles an hour here. You let the car roll to the center. You want to pick up that throttle. You don't want to meet that wall right there. Turn 1 and turn 3 are different. Do you want to stay down low or not? These cars definitely have this setup. They work well everywhere. You got dudes all over your back, and you got dudes, you're all over dudes' backs. So, trying to work it here. The That
We got
29's
caution.
hanging on that outside, but
Caution in the air.
we'll have to see.
And Bill took credit for that one.
See if we can find. Oh, poor Bob.
And the
Yeah.
caution is out.
I like that car too. Now it's all banged up twice.
Caution's
Oops, wrong button.
pretty cautious. Yeah.
Here we go. Bill Farmer and Bob Williams. There's a little nudge to Bob. He tries to save it. Oh, they both back in hard.
That's a big lick right there. For both of them.
Oh, 43
the
gets
43
involved.
Donald Richie.
TG Reese disappeared before he could make contact. What was that?
Oh, he lost his connection. He's connected back again.
He lost the connection when he was about to drive into a wreck.
Wow. Eject button.
Yeah. You have that and it's almost happening, right?
Yeah, watch the
surprised
Skull
he's
Bandit
don't.
running through this thing here. We'll stick with the 28.
Ding.
I see.
Richie had
Richie.
nowhere to go. He's trying to grab his butt with two hands there, and here's the 28 of Michael Morgan.
Yeah, Michael Morgan got into Richie there as they were both slowing down.
There's smoke. There's fire. Oh.
Look at this. TG's about to be in this, I think, and then gone.
Wow.
Yeah, a few cars torn up
Gotta
there.
get 4 tires here. Oh, here we go. Oh, down pit road. Here comes Rick Castle up in front.
I think there might have been some 2-tire stops there.
I think a little tango. Look at
talked
where the
last
9.
year about trying to clean it up a little bit. Let's take a look here. No, definitely Castle 4 tires.
Okay.
You know, with this much time left, there's no way 2 tires are get you some TV time, and that's about it.
Someone could have been trying to get some track position and then split the difference at the end. I think Ryan Johnson's moved his way into the top 10 finally. Their P9.
Driver, you take a deep breath here and go at it again. Brad Otto staying out there. Was he a lap down?
Yes. Yes, he was. I think.
Is-
No, he wasn't. No, he actually gets the lead.
No, he stays out. Why not?
Yeah, get the Dave Marcus point. You know, there's Ryan Johnson. Talk about a
you
patient
stay
driver.
out and run it. Heck with it.
No, we've
Expect another caution here. or
talked
you
about
don't
that
do
before.
Well, we talked about this a little bit.
That doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Yeah, exactly.
In fact, I think we've talked about it happening at this track. This is not a track you want to take restart on old tires on. Anyway, there's Ryan Johnson having picked his way up to 9th spot now. Very patient, quiet Ryan Johnson type run tonight, and there he is with a good car in the thick of it as we get down to the final third of this race.
Lights are out, so he's staying out. So, you know, go for it. You know,
We've seen this movie before, though. This track. You can just barely get away with starting in first gear on fresh tires. On old tires, though, man, he's gonna spin those wheels. And even though it's just a few laps, it's enough.
or you roll the dice and then go back and try to get in line and see if you get a caution.
Pace car's in. Wow, Jay spun his tires, actually.
Great restart by the 31 there. You know, they're going to eat him like, you know, a sandwich here, but get back and try to improve his track position. Good smooth start here, but he'll have nothing for them. And he gets a little tap from the 63 there, maybe. But handled well.
Yeah, it could be a tense. Oh man, he's loose up there.
What he wants to do here is try to get in with the draft and then hope a caution comes out.
Ryan Johnson looking racy there, sticking it down into turn one. Gets by his teammate Jeff Hale. And he's looking to fall fifth in line there on the bottom.
Whoa, Brad into the wall. He's stuck in the wall. He's still stuck. Yeah, it's going to hurt the 31 Wolfpack car there, definitely.
Check what happened to him
Oh,
here, right?
boy. Almost contact with Michael Morgan. Good job, guys.
Yeah, see, he didn't hit anybody or anything. Didn't have any help. He just got up there while trying to get out of the way.
Absolutely. Obviously, you know, that's probably he wouldn't do that. So, Richie now with some damage, still trying to get into the top 10. Tom Jackson having a great run at A7.
How you doing, guys?
Hey, Mr. Bill. It's our series sponsor, Bill Farmer, my fellow New Jersey native here.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy old Bob Williams a steak dinner, man.
Oh, we saw that. That was a rough hit for you and a couple other cars there.
I'm looking at the replay and it looks like I just went up there and just like intentionally wrecked him, but that's not even the case at all. I just wanted to get up on his bumper and then I was going to dive under him and try to make a pass, and he just got a little bit loose and he couldn't save it, and it was definitely all my fault.
Yeah, he had already been in an accident earlier in the night.
Racing, it's you expecting him to do what you think he's going to do, and then maybe he just bobbles a little, and maybe you push a little too hard. That's how quickly it happens.
Rick Castle to the lead. Yeah, he also had damage from earlier in the night, so his car might not have been handling 100% either. Either way, rough night there. But good to see you coming out. You plan to make some more Friday night starts or other night starts here?
Sure. I raced Tuesday night. Had a good finish
I saw that.
But yeah, I'm gonna try to get out here more often. I've been awfully busy at work, and
yeah, I feel you. How's that young fella of yours doing?
He's doing very well. He's going to school and he's working full. Like when he's not in school, he's at work. So I very rarely see him anymore for a little while here. But he's getting his summer vacations coming from school, so I'll be seeing a little bit more of him.
So of course, we're referring to Bill's son, young Will Farmer. Yeah, Will's a great kid, great driver
That's
too.
all we can ask for is old men parents.
Yeah, I saw him doing that iRacing deal that NASCAR live streamed. That was pretty darn cool. He represented well, and it was good to see at least if he couldn't win it, then another New Jersey representative could. The Rutgers driver won it.
Right. You want to hear a quick story? I know you're in the middle of the broadcast, but
Whoa, there comes
Yeah,
Ryan Johnson on the inside. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, Brian Johnson, Mr. Where did he
Making a
come from?
move on
Up to
the
P2.
23. Ryan Johnson, what would you call him? The gas saver, man, I don't even know what acronym or euphemism but dude is coming, and this is not his style,
No, it is his style. It's silent but deadly. He was quiet the whole night, and then here he comes at the end because he's got the car for it. Didn't do anything stupid.
Where
Kept
did
the
he
fenders on
come
it.
from? That's it. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, Mr. Where. That's what I said in the first place. Mr. Where did he come from? Anyway,
I'm a
Bill.
little slow and tired.
Billy, you got a little inside baseball there on that iRacing thing, huh?
oh well, yeah. But in that particular race,
Whoa.
he's been racing in these leagues that have open setups, so they've been getting
Mhm.
these awesome setups, and he's been able to really do well with those setups. And
Yeah, we can help him out a little bit too, because we definitely get those VRS setups and.
right.
But this was a fixed setup, right?
But
We're going
this
three
was,
wide.
and here's what happened. This was a fixed setup race, and he started the race 12th, and within like 10 or 15 laps, he was up to 6th. So I'm like, all right, this is really good. He's moving through the field, and he's going to get up there.
He's used to fixed setups.
And then he brushed the outside wall just a little bit, and he took a little damage. And I think he overdrove his car trying to keep up with that damage.
Yeah.
And he said to me after the race, he goes, yeah, well, I brushed that wall a little bit, but I can't believe I couldn't keep up with those guys. And I was like, Will, you don't understand. When the playing field,
the best guys in the world,
when the playing field is 100% even with the setups, any deviation from your car, even if it's a 0.5%, you're going to notice that. He's
Absolutely.
Like, yeah. He goes, yeah, because I brushed the wall with that setups I have in the open setups, and I can still race with them guys. I go, that's because you had a superior setup than a lot of those guys, and you're able to do that, but not like that.
Not only that, but you can make an adjustment on a pit stop to account for it. Yeah, you should have learned that lesson here. That's why I say the most valuable asset we have on any given race night here with the fixed setups. It's not your wheel, it's not your pedals, it ain't your chair, your rig, or track position. It's that right front fender. You take care of that. That thing is made of gold. Because if you crinkle that, your night is going to be very frustrating.
He brushed the outside wall trying to avoid a wreck right in front of him, and he did avoid the wreck, but he caught the wall just a little bit. But it was a learning lesson for him, and he's doing very well in that. Whenever he hasn't even been able to race much on there either, because, like I said, school and work. But I'll tell you what, the races he gets in, he's up in.
Oh, look at that! Some dicey action for the lead here.
The 59 defense.
Teammates three wide.
3 wide. He pushes up on the 59. The 59's got 29 on the outside.
Well, listen, I'm going to let you guys run this broadcast. You guys are always doing a great job as usual. I'll catch you later, guys.
Awesome. Thanks again, Bill, for sponsoring the season. Thanks for popping in, and
love you, man.
glad to see you making some races.
Back on the track.
No problem. I gotta go post an apology in the forums, right?
Hey, Bill. Bill, real quick, did you see?
Sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail.
Did you see the your wheels new home there? The ECCI
I did. Very impressive. Very nice.
I love it. All right, take care, man.
All right, guys. Take it easy.
Hey, Bill.
All right, always good to hear from Bill Farmer, and as you guys heard, we have got some crazy racing going on here. These guys are not laying about, and they got to make one more stop. They can't make it to the finish.
Well, you want to do that on a P1, and Slim Jim had enough, but Thing is, these guys are going to gobble them up. We've seen the trains, as Larry Mack would say.
Chris Beckman in the thick of it. That patience again paying
Whoa,
off.
Slim Jim. That's the inside out, working it. He's trying to defend the error here a little bit, I think. Look at this group here. Pops Markson in the back there going, man, I'm in the,
Look at Pops
lead
hanging on
group,
there.
bro.
Pops Markson, scored 10th right here on the tail of this pack.
Had a boy.
We all know the trials and tribulations of Pops by now, so it's good to see him having a good run.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And Chris Beckman again charging to the front here after being mired mid-pack most of the night, having to start pretty
Well,
far
as a
back in it.
driver, you want to execute this next stop. This is the money stop, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, that was close. Oh, man, Jeff Hale almost came down across the nose of the 41.
Boy, Johnson way down low.
Yeah, he's not going to get that run though. He's gonna lose the momentum.
And he's going to lose the apex to the corner.
Yeah, he pushes way up the hill. These tires are probably getting real angry as hard as these guys going at it.
Let's take a look at the lap times here.
Dan Jones back up into it. He lost a lot of ground there, but here he is challenging. Looking for that 6th spot.
51, 59. Yeah, they're over a second after fastest lap. First they're battling.
Oh, record front Hale and
Jeff
no.
Around to 41 gets slammed by the 007, had nowhere to go.
Dan Jones absolutely nowhere to go. And pace car is out. Caution's out. This will make it so that everybody can make it to the finish, so there won't be any more green flag stops, most likely.
Yeah, sucks for the dudes in the wreck there, though. Beckman.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. No bueno.
See if we can find what happened here. Oh, what on earth? It looks like Hale was trying to pit. But, oh, he was trying to short pit it. He wanted to split the final run. Oh, goodness. Okay, so here we go.
Okay, watch it.
And there it is.
Can't do that in front of somebody.
Yeah, when you're in that tight of a pack, you can't throw the message up that late. And, assuming that it was a late message.
Yeah, I didn't
them to
see
make
that. I'm just seeing him slowing.
Well, I checked the chat log, and there was a pit message. But nobody was expecting it. And if it was late, then that might explain why Chris didn't see it, because he wasn't looking for it.
No, you can't do that. You can't wave out the window, because it's simulation there, so... You gotta start the lap before and start pressing that pit button. Maybe he did, I don't know. Thing is when you're not expecting it,
It's real easy to miss that text across the screen.
The intense battle in front of them and behind them, and not thinking about that. And that was way too late anyway, right? I mean,
Early.
it's way. No, something else must have happened there.
No, he was pitting. He had the pit message up. It was the last message before leaders caught the pace
The
car.
pit wall was almost there. I mean, you can't stop from 160 right there. I don't know.
There's a long way before the pit timing line stops. He was He was okay for making the pits. I think he was just trying to split the run.
Yeah, Jeff posted and Christmas that he said.
Yeah, we weren't sure if maybe it was a late post or something, or he just wasn't looking for it because.
I didn't see it by in Chris's defense either. I was concentrating just staying with everybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, if you're gonna pit off
If you're
sequence,
gonna pit off sequence, you got to make it available early.
yeah, you gotta throw it up early, and you gotta drop down on the backstretch and make it.
I understand he
clear.
wants to hide his cards to the last minute.
Well,
Maybe I don't think that was the case because other people did comment he did post it early.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
so
post it twice, maybe, right? The only guy posted.
yeah, the only time you have the time you have is when you post. You can only post twice in one lap, probably.
It's a
It's even
misfortunate thing.
worse.
It is. That's too fast. 3 fast cars torn up now.
It would have been a good finish if it ended in a green like that.
Yeah,
And
really.
green flag.
That got dicey there for a while too.
Sure did.
You know, so when we're talking about posting, or we're talking about, we don't have a spotter to tell another spotter,
Yeah.
my guy's pitting, and you can't wave out the window. So what you do in the sim is you post and get a little window on the top of your screen that the drivers see, but sometimes they don't see it, you know, especially when they're not expecting it. So it's just unfortunate. That's, you know, sim racing.
Been there.
It's obviously these guys are pros, but
It's funny though. I think we were concentrating on ourselves because we were talking about getting, earlier
Exactly.
than later, right?
well, you know, I'm a pro tile setter, but I still screw up, you know, when I'm setting tiles. So
Yeah, but fortunately, it takes a little.
happens, you know.
Fortunately, you got time before
Like,
the
why
motor
the heck
dries
did I
before you
do
can pull it
that?
out.
Here's a quick story. The apprentice, my first year as a carpenter, they said, "You're doing something, you fuck up, don't say nothing, because the first thing you do is say fuck." Whoops, sorry, and
Yeah.
everybody comes running to take a look at it, right?
Yeah, you know,
So don't do that.
That's how we talk in the field.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
All right. Good luck, Dan. Hopefully the car's still good. You know, Slim Jim's in the lead, and another Mr. Where Did He Come From? Finally up there into second place. The Battle of the Beers.
Well, the battle of the beers. There's my boy there, even though, you know, my other boy is drinking my beer. You know, Rick Castle. Well, here we go. Boogity boogie. The beer can. What can you say about Ken Hansen? You know, what you can say is this guy always clean, smart,
Always thinking.
calculated race. He knows the speed. He builds setups. He understands cars. He understands the history of racing. This guy's got the whole package here, and this is a real Ken Hansen race. But the 124 is, you know, he's showing up as one of the 2 or 3 dominant cars. I mean, throughout this race, he has made bold, and they're not bold like dangerous passes, but that car is on rails, and he gets some.
Looks like they're trying to gang up on him on the bottom here.
3 wide. 3 wide.
Wow! You're gonna crush the beer can there.
That puts the 9 out. Gendry gives him a little left tap. You know, just a little right fist, pip, right there.
I don't think those guys want to know how close that was.
You know, obviously he didn't mean to hit him there, but
No, I don't think there was
he got to
contact.
go.
This track is
we
so
wanna
fast.
win
If there was
this
any
race.
contact, he would have been around. So I think it was just really
A
close.
little error on the got the 9 loose there. Yeah. And now you get freight train to the back in the rear with the dogs. These guys. guys are getting some.
Slim Jim's looking back at this pack of hungry dogs behind him as we come up on 10 to go, thinking, what have I got to do to hold on to this thing?
Well, you know, he's passed and he's been passed, so he understands the progression of how this race is going. But then again, you know, so how do you time that? And these guys got a lot of stuff going on here. It's not like they got Larry Mack and they're handling all the other stuff. They're going to do that too. But now, you know, no pit stops. You know, unless something happens here. Or 3 wide, trying to make it 4 wide.
Man. You see they catch a little apron and wash up the track there. Ryan Johnson might lose some spots out of this.
They don't lose a lot of time, though, battling. You know, it's usually you battle back in the pack, then
Oh, a little separation there.
You never have a chance to get this leader. Slim Jim's going, yeah.
Dan Jones still looking racy after getting a piece of that last wreck. Maybe the car's not too bad, or maybe it's just still okay in a pocket draft.
Looks good. Bring it back in one piece.
Screw that. We say bring back the trophy or the wheel at this point.
On a short run right here, it might not matter as much as...
Brad Otto checking in, say he's bummed. He was having a great run. Not sure how it ended there for Brad. I did see he got some laps led. He got the sponsor some TV time and got a little bit of wall
wow,
there.
it was so fun. I got pictures, man. Him and his wife Karen, and tiling their splash. It was a lot of fun. You know, when you race with and against, he was a teammate for a long time. People, and then you get to meet them face to face. And fortunately, we live in the same town, and then get to do some work for them, you know. And then see them so happy, you know, it's very satisfying. Chandry
Awesome.
on the 51, just getting.
He's looking to get back in line there. He's been hung out, and Double O Dan and Ken Hansen trying to get around him, trying to pull Jim with him.
Yeah, coming up. Slim Jim's just like, yeah, do that. Do it. Battle.
Yeah, 5 to go here. Coming up on 4.
First race of the year, everybody's wanting to battle, but you know, you also got, man, you get a top 5, top 10 here, but somebody's got to make a move. We've seen it over and over again. They're going to line up and start to work to 23 here.
Well, one thing that
He's
Rick
got
Castle.
no teammates.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He's got Ryan Johnson right there. Oh no, Johnson and they got down to the apron going into 1.
I'm sorry, I don't keep up on the 4 of it.
Oh, I only say it every single race. It's okay. But yeah, Ryan did not want to do that, and that's going to end the race under caution here. Slim Jim races back. Ken Hansen and Dan Jones brings that car home 3rd after sustaining damage in that next last wreck.
Look, on Friday nights, it's been a long time coming for Mr. Bond there. Just hadn't had luck if he, you know, bought it, you know. So that's a great finish for him. Tap yourself into a Slim Jim. I'm back. Little love tap to the 9 there. How about that beer can?
Yeah, looks like, he got run all the way to the apron.
We know the greatness of Slim Jim, and of course, man, but the night car just never ceases to amaze me how this guy just continuously races at the best of his ability and understands how to race. And sometimes he puts himself into a position to win or get a podium, and sometimes not. But Slim Jim back in the saddle again. How about that?
So yeah, as I said, Slim Jim Gately,
And,
your winner.
After the championship, Doris was, man, all kinds of. Okay.
Yeah, and
Still got to make it to the start finish line. Stranger things have happened, but
Mark Martin.
we're not going to end the sim.
Not gonna jinx it.
Random blow-ups can happen. That's fall the pace car, and when timing and scoring says it's done, it's done.
Yeah, we got more of the Jam
Where
J
did
fan club.
Jam J finish there?
He's there. He's fourth. He's right there behind Dan.
He's
So
fourth.
a great top 5 run for Jay.
We
Got
should
some
get
laps
him in
led.
the booth anyway. He's got so many fans watching.
Yeah.
At least gotta let him get a show out.
All right, Slim Jim, your winner. Ken Hansen second. Dan Jones third. Jason Dilfer fourth. Dave Jandry fifth. Ryan Johnson brings it home sixth. Credited with 7th is Pops Markison in the 99. 87, Tom Jackson with a top 10 run. Great job, Action Jackson. Number 41, Chris Beckman. 9th, rounding out your top 10 is the 28 of Michael Morgan. Good run for the Grey Ghost there. With Donald Ritchie and Rick Castle rounding out your lead lap cars. 1 lap down, 53, T.G. Reese. Last car running in 13th. With Jeff Hale, Brad Otto, Bob Williams, Bill Farmer, Mark DeSenza, Guy Petra, DJ Sorrentino, and Dave Ellens, all having retired with various issues and accidents. Hey, Shane Wisman checking in there. Man, you didn't use your exemption tonight, but good to see you in the chat.
I can't type shit. Step yourself into a win.
Indeed. Great way to start the season for Slim Jim. I'm going to step aside real quick while Milty gathers up our podium finishers, and I'll be right back. But there's the standings and the points from last season.
Third, Dan.
Nice, Ken. Good pass, man. I thought you only took tires.
No, I did 4.
Ah,
I
I was
rocked
just
it
waiting
out
for
there.
you to drop off. You kind of dropped off, but then you got back on it again. Good job.
Thanks, man. I had a little extra fuel, so it would stay loose.
Ah,
I almost lost it though, going into 3 one time. Chopped off too much. Hurt 4 tires skidding.
that was good setup.
Yeah, you could race
Good setup.
all over the place. Up high, even up high, I could get run sometimes.
Yeah, you could, but you had to really push it 2 or 3 laps. And is it worth it?
You can only do that so long before the right front says no more.
Yep.
Yeah, I was having a hell of a time in the pits until the end. Hey, way to go, Slim.
Good job, Slim.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. We got, well, Milty hasn't come back to join us, but we got our top 3 in here. And Dan, how'd you catch that one, man? I thought you were done for when you got caught up in the next to last caution there.
Unreal. I was way at the back.
Did you have damage from that?
Yes, I did. Yep.
Well, it still seemed to run good, and well, look what you caught there.
Unreal. Haven't been up here for a long time.
Well, it's a good start to a season for you. You can keep that momentum going. Good things happen points-wise. And speaking of which, there you got Jason Dulfer. We brought you in because of your fan club. Also a good points night there for you. Some lap slide coming in 4th. But you got so many guys in chat that really decided to grab our 4th place finisher, Jam and Jay.
Oh,
And
hell
Good
yeah.
job.
habitual front row sitter
Yeah,
this week, I
fans,
must
bro.
add.
Well, that is awesome. I really appreciate it. And man, I gotta give a shout out to Synergy Motorsports. What a great race. FSB is awesome. Got a shout out to my fans, Christy and Ava, my prettiest
Yeah,
fans out
absolutely.
there for sure. And
Oh,
all,
yeah.
all my worker buddies and everybody that comes in and watches. And shout out to all you awesome drivers that drive against us here, man. It's so fun to compete against you guys. I have a blast here, and I appreciate you
God,
letting
dude,
me up
you
in
had
here.
a great
And
race.
all of the
dude,
great
and, I
things
mean,
you say about me, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we got to get
you
this
had
man a real
you had a
sponsor because he
great
could definitely
race,
plug
and
him.
You were just right in there, and it was like shuffling cards. I mean, it just went back and forth. It just got a little shuffled out for a chance for a win, but for the 63 team, that was a great run and great to have fans watching you. And so great job, dude.
Thanks so
job,
very
Ryan.
much. Thanks for inviting me up here, even though I was 4th. We'll be here next week for
Yeah,
sure.
you
Thank you
deserve
very
it,
much.
man.
Congratulations, Slim and Ken. Great race.
Appreciate it. Good
Good
job.
job up there all night.
Yeah,
Dan,
Ken
man,
Hansen, man.
Great run for the 007 there.
Where did he come
Dr.
from?
Dan.
I got
Got
so
Ken.
lucky. I thought I
Ken
was
there,
heading-
Mr. Where did he come from there at the end? He'd gotten shuffled out a bit and just kept it quiet all night, and we're there for the finish. What more did you need there to get to Slim?
I had no
Another
chance.
lap or two.
Yeah, maybe for Ken, but I was having a hard time keeping up with Ken.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it was like back and forth. I mean, we saw so many guys up in the lead and lead passes and changes constantly. I mean, in your mind, you're thinking the pit stops, nail it, but you're also thinking, man, we can make passes on this track. And when it came down to it, Slim Jim was just sitting on a sack of seeds there, and you guys were duking it out.
Slim's pit that one time. He kicked everybody's butt.
Yeah, he came
One
out 3
degree.
seconds ahead.
Yeah.
I see there it is, a 5-point lead. Getting the max points there. 24 points for winning and leading most laps.
Well, Beer Can, dude, man, you ran a Ken Hansen race. I mean, that was just perfect. Back in the weeds and just chilling about 9th, 10th, and, executed at the end and really had a strong car and had a shot. That was a serious Ken Hansen race there.
Thanks, Mel. I actually didn't want to see that last caution because I was going to do 2 tires in a can and see if I could get out there ahead of everybody.
I
Yeah,
think
we
some different
talked
pit
about
strategy
that.
is what caused that last
Yeah,
caution,
the caution
actually.
messed that up, yeah.
Yep, messed it all up.
That's what I'm saying.
I
That's
had a
what
great
part of the
time. I
cause
want
of
to
it
give
was.
a shout out to my teammates over at Synergy. I think my mom's watching, so a shout out to her.
Awesome.
And thank
Good
you
to have
guys
the
up
Hansen
here in
fan
the
club
broadcast
back.
booth. What you do?
Yeah, good job there, Ken. Thanks for coming on up here. And Slim Jim Gately, man, I wanted to pick you with the fresh paint, the fresh season, and I
love
didn't want to
that
put the jinx
number
on you.
on there,
Didn't
yeah.
want to put the jinx on you, and I'm glad I didn't because, well, I think we know what's coming next from Slim.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Good job, bud.
Been a long time since I've been in this seat, man. Feels pretty good.
Well,
you were
man,
just
world
dominant out
champion
there.
a couple years ago, and then last year, just man, Ken Shea was you were right there. But tonight, you were the man. I mean, you dictated the race. You were the fastest car. But and you raced well, like you do. You just gave it up when you had to, worked back in line, executed, and then at the end, you had to be sitting there just going, man, I came out in P1, and these guys are going to have to beat me, and they beat each other up,
Well, I knew they were coming after me. First of all, let me thank Sean for the paint because, man, we know me and him both have had so much bad luck in the last season or so. And, man, to come out here and have a good night tonight and max points, I couldn't be happier with that. So, anyway, appreciate that,
It's
Sean.
a pleasure. Yeah, man. It looked great out there. It stands out nice and clean, just like your style, man.
Yeah, good job to Ken, Dan, Jason. Great job, fellas.
Thanks.
Not sure what happened to Rick there at the end, but I know he was all over me, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to hold him off. So I saw him sliding around in my rearview mirror, but I just wasn't sure what happened.
But to say there was
battling behind you, man. You had the track position, and they were trying to get to you, and they got in each other's way a little bit.
Yeah, there was a meeting behind you. Let's just leave it at that.
Well, I know I wasn't giving it to nobody. They were going to have to take it from me.
Yeah.
I would have tried.
Yeah.
Well, awesome run there. Great start to the season. Let's see if you can keep that up and go get that cup number 2.
That would be great, but I'm going to stick with just one race at a time.
That's the way you do it. And, of course, Mama Gately, Doris Gately, was on cheering you on tonight. She stuck through to the finish. Throws up a congratulations, son. Very proud of you. Great racing. Love you, son. It's always great to have our number one fan there, seeing her driver have a good night. And we appreciate everybody coming up in the booth here. Jason Dilfer, Dan Jones, also in race reporting there, along with Chris Beckman, Ken Hansen, and your race winner, Slim Jim. Thank you all for joining us here for the post-race show in the booth. Thanks, Bill Farmer, popping in before, too, and sponsoring the season. Once again, putting up the hardware. Farmer Brothers Contracting, sponsoring the series. We thank Ryan Johnson, your series admin there. Got those points updated already, although it's pretty easy to know what the points are going to be after one race. But still, he does it every week. Keeps the series going. We appreciate all Ryan does. Sam Young, league owner, promoter, keeping the doors open. Here we are 19 years later, still running NASCAR 2003. Still getting 21 guys out there on the track racing for it tonight. Who'd have thunk it? It's still the best out there. And Sam's keeping it alive. One of many leagues doing that.
If you understand racing and you watch that race, you got to be kidding me if you're like, oh my God, these guys are good, man.
Of course. Thanks, as always, my partner in Sound and Vision, Milt Minter Jr., joining me. Can't do it without you. Be a lot of dead air while I hit keys. And, man, we'll catch you guys next week from... What is next week's on the schedule here?
Daytona Road Course, I believe.
Daytona Road Course. We're throwing a monkey wrench into it right away. Doing something totally different here on Friday.
Break out the Trojan
car. I got going. I'd have to try to run that race. Oh my God!
Let's see if Doug Tevick makes his annual Aero 88 start for that one.
I whip his butt. You know what I mean?
Well, he might do it in your absence. In your absence, he might show.
He might have a little something to say about that, Milt.
Yeah, you know what? He's a hell of a road racer. I hope he shows up because he's a great talent, and he'll put on a show. He'll give you guys a bar to shoot for, that's for sure. You're a hell of a road racer, Slim, so.
Well, I'm not on Doug Tevick's level, but
he's a badass.
He did make the setup for me for the road for next week's race, so I want to give him a big shout out for that.
Absolutely.
So I'm sure it'll be bad to the bone.
Yeah, Doug pulls double duty on admin.
You know what, dude? I can't wait to broadcast that because, Man, I'm going to be talking a lot.
How's that any different?
That's what I was going to say, Sean.
And my dad ran there 7 times, you know, it's a real 24 hours. So I got a lot of stories.
Awesome. So that should be a lot of fun. We'll catch you guys next week from the Daytona Road Course.
Heck
So
yeah.
thanks as always, Milty. Thanks everybody joining us
Well,
out
you
there.
guys pick some cool tracks.
YouTube
man.
chat. Yeah, we got
Thanks,
had
Sean.
lots of
Thanks, Milt.
lots of
Thanks,
chat
Sean.
interaction there tonight. We appreciate you guys checking in. And until next week for FSB Racing Live, I've been Sean Reap saying good night.